All right, and welcome here to the Brighton Lacrosse Club, live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. It is a huge game that we're about to bring you as the captains go through their toss of the coin. And we have two undefeated teams here in this 2025 Under-18 Championships. Victoria and South Australia both have been dominant in their games. And I tell you what, the dominance doesn't stop here in the commentary box. I am joined by Peter Greenhouse. Pete, welcome tonight, mate.
Thank you for having me, mate.
You are going to be over all the stats that matter.
I'm going to give it my best shot.
Well, we know you do. And we've also got Shandell Oliver. So the full crew is in this evening tonight when the cream rises to the crop. Shandell, welcome.
Thank you, Tone. The team is in the house.
It is. And where else would you want to be but down here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club? It is absolutely beautiful down here. Barely a breath of air. It is about 20 degrees, perfect for lacrosse. We have two teams that are going to leave nothing out there this evening. And I suppose we've got to talk about where the matches are going to be won and what players. And Pete and Shandell, what are your thoughts this evening?
So South Australia dominated the face-off the last time I saw them play with Danny Kim and Attenborough. I reckon, as always, I think the centre, well, the face-off is going to be the place to win the game.
Shandell, what's your thoughts? I mean, you've just flown in this morning and been watching online.
I have. I've been studying all week to see who our new future superstars are. What I do think, though, I agree with Pete, Attenborough has dominated the face-off, and I think he is probably the best one out there at the moment. So I feel like the way that the game is going to flow the way of SA for that reason. So the
two teams just about to take the field here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. One of them at the end of the night will sit 3-0. The other one will be 2-1. And we've got the great man, Mr. Peter Unman, just organising some stuff next to us. Does a fantastic job with Lacrosse Australia, does Pete?
Yeah, he's been great for the sport, I reckon.
We are very lucky to have him involved with lacrosse in this country. And as we go to the Olympics, as our officials come out, and we can't do this game without them, we have a very big officiating crew tonight with plenty of international experience, not only for playing but also for officiating. So these boys know how to officiate a game, and we will see nothing less than that tonight. As South Australia take the field, and a huge crowd down here tonight, guys.
Yeah, certainly building. The more the time clicks on, obviously 6:30 is just a few moments away, but a big crowd getting around it, and quite a loud clap here for the Vics as they take the field.
Big Victorian contingent.
So it is game on here at Brighton, and if you've never seen lacrosse, well, you're about to see, I think, a cracking game. What's our tips for this evening, peeps?
I think South Australia will take this by about 5 goals.
Yeah, I think about 3. I'd say SA's got my vote.
Well, I'm going to put a spanner in the works. I've got Victoria by 2 tonight.
Ooh, okay.
Just because I need to be different. And you know what Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And it is on. I was watching the warm-ups down there. And just a little feeling at the moment. I know Gibbo will have them up and about for this contest, as will Carter and Bahajar over there, and Reese. So, but here we go. First face-off. If you are joining us for the first time on the Australian Lacrosse Network, welcome. It is great to be able to bring you lacrosse in this country. And we have Orlando Raffaelli taking the face-off for Victoria. And the man there in Attenborough, that is the Riley variety, taking it for South Australia. And I can tell you, not an inch is going to be given this evening.
No way. No way. As we set for the first opening face-off.
So Baker will set the face-off. Whistle blows. Attenborough, he's been good in the centre. Ball to be won. Comes out the Victorian way. Attenborough with the ground ball. Not quite. Plenty of pressure on the ball early. Ground ball to be won. Ball still on the deck out there.
There's certainly a fight for it. No, still not in the stick of either team.
Still not. Victoria pick it up, and it comes out there through Jet Lure. And sorry, that is Liam Barnes. Apologies, Liam. So Liam Barnes brings the ball in, kicks it to McGee. Back to Barnes.
And the first opening face-off offensive set for this evening to Victoria. Moving the ball through X.
Newbury kicks the ball down to X, and the first rotation down in the offensive end for Victoria. South Australia, we've seen this. They pushed really wide the other night in their defensive set, not allowing anyone to get space. And looks like they've started that again this evening.
And looking what this matchup's going to be, are they looking for the shorty? Are they looking for an outside shooter? I think we'll find out fairly quickly as we look for a face dodge.
So McGee gets around, looks to get in on the first shot, not there. Fires the ball down the bottom. Ball is loose, ball to be won. Ball kicked off a Victorian stick, and that's gone out of bounds. And South Australia will pick that up.
No,
and
that's
Victoria.
Staying with Victoria.
Sorry, must have come off a South Australian. Ball just breaks ankles at the top, gets an opportunity, fires.
Oh, what a save.
Liam Philippa in the cage for SA. That's come off a Victorian stick. Just about to go out, flicks it back. That could be dangerous. Ball to be won on the deck. Ball still on the deck. Plenty of ground balls. Here we go. Attenborough. Riley passes the ball down. Finds Mead. Mead just gets it down the back. Settles there to Bailey Attenborough, who passes the ball through X. Comes back to Attenborough. Back to Mead. And here's Ross. Ross was shooting bullets from the top the other night, Pete.
Yeah, he had his eye in early too.
Ended up with a lazy 7 in the last one we commentated. So South Australia's first offense. This is where they like to go. Mead comes around the top. Little pick there. Up to Ross. Ross fires the ball over. Oh, had some heat on that. And Matthews. No damage done on the cage, but going to have to pick that up in the night sky, Shindell.
Yeah, they can't even find the ball in those bushes back there. So as we start the ball back through SA's offense.
Ball comes up to Ross. Ross, this is his shooting. He fires again. Ross with a bounce shot right where he left off the other night from about the 15-metre mark. And we saw him do that about 6 times the other night. That one with the bounce shot, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, Ross loves it from that position. Just found a good matchup he liked and a bit of space to his right-hand side. Got the split dodge, got that bounce shot in, found the top corner. It was a beautiful display of lacrosse.
Had some heat on it for sure.
So Zemanchev into the middle for Victoria. So change in the centre draw or face-off.
Face-off. I think we need to be
We're
mindful.
commentating
Oh,
from us women. And Kim won the ball, lost the ball. Picked up there by Virgo.
I think we need to be mindful for the goalies, thinking about the lighting. Obviously, playing under lights is totally different for a goalie at night time. So I just think, to see these shots is already a challenge. So when they're making saves, that's huge.
Napoli on the field for South Australia. Ended up with 4 yesterday. So he's got his scoring stick with him. Kicks it up to Matthews. I was impressed with the heat that came out of Matthews' stick.
Napoli across the bottom left side. Swings it to X.
Ball down to Mead. Mead, little pick comes in from Attenborough. Looks to roll inside. Not there. Comes top side. Picks the long sticker just there in Tarshish. Just took his head. Here's Ross. He's come to play. Wants to get in. Sorry, that's Napoli. That was good pace from Ethan from the top.
Yeah, and they're certainly working off ball. They're not standing, they're moving, they're finding the right opportunity. And I can see quite a few picks being set in the offensive set. So certainly keeping the Victorian defence engaged early.
So
there's a penalty.
There's a hold. And there's some flag height to start the night. So that sets the tone for the flag height. Luke Keesing with that flag height. You saw it come up into the night sky. And Shane Abbott will be sitting over there at CBO tonight going, if only I could have thrown that. But South Australia in a power play situation. As we see Williams come on, he played that power play situation really well the other night.
Ross looks like he's going to be a real key in this outside shot.
This is the drop and bombs from outside.
How many balls are they going to lose tonight with those outside shots?
Well, I know where Pete and I will be later in the night. We'll be rustling through those bushes.
Just on that shot from the young Matt Ross, he mixed it up quite well with his shots last game we commentated, and he's done the same thing tonight.
So opportunity there for South Australia, backed up. Ball Williams kicks to Mead. Mead from the side. That's a good save in the cage there. Held that right-hand pipe very well.
Taking their time on the clear, not going to rush it.
And
Finds
throws
an
it up
outlet.
the guts. Oh, that's not a great pass. Great work from Virgo. Ball to be won. Ball on the deck. Little push. Great work. Comes up from Napoli and moving pick on South Australia. And Victoria will bring the ball in here through Lua. No, been given up again to Barnes. They're tricking me. Every time they touch the ball, they give it to each other. So ball over there to Crawford. Crawford passes it on to Lua now. Lua kicks it down the back and receives it back. Back to Crawford. Crawford. Over there to Barnes. Barnes looks to go on his left. Gets inside, fires. That's hit the player in front of him. Ball to be won on the deck is won by Victoria through the stick of Jewel.
Thank God for that defensive soak.
And ball back down the front. That's going to be a hold. Flags come up.
Yeah, they're everywhere, aren't they?
I'm not going to lie. We're big on flag height, and that was ordinary. Both of them threw it over their right shoulder. And that must have been just so they didn't have to go too far to pick them up, I reckon.
Or just lazy.
Lazy?
Just lazy.
Shendell's got lazy.
Just
okay.
lazy.
I'm sure they won't watch this back later.
No, I'm kidding. I agree. I wouldn't want to chase the flag down.
So,
and
that's
unforced error there.
What do we call that, Pete?
Coach killers.
Coach killers, just throwing the ball away when you have a man-up opportunity. And now we've got Liam Filippa going to work the ball out. He's a good runner, is Filippa. He doesn't mind going coast to coast when he has an opportunity. Looks up the middle. That's not the place to pass the ball, just quietly. Straight up the middle. Ball picked up there by Valentinic.
Really great ride by Victoria here on that.
And release now, penalty release. So South Australia get the ball on the outer side. So an opportunity here in transition. Victoria get back in transition. Mead with the ball, looks up the top. Finds McGurr, and McGurr says, let's just settle it down and get our offense out here. A little bit of patience to Matthews. Over there to Williams. Back down through Exeter Mead. Kicks it to Attenborough, and it's gone full circle. So Matthews looks to just draw the defence out here. Really wide set from South Australia. Looks to get top side. Matthews not there. Kicks it to McGurr. McGurr back over. Looks on the left-hand side that time, and he's good on left and right, is Jake Matthews. Got plenty of heat, both sides.
Yeah, I reckon Drysdale got a bit of a trail check there.
Probably lucky he did.
They're really looking for these outside shots from the top. Oh, I tried to feed the crease there.
Going to say, sometimes that works, though, because someone picks it up, and it's a bit of a scrap. Ball comes up. Good pick up by McGurr. And McGurr just says, settle it down again. Let's have another opportunity. Matthews just shaking that left leg a little bit there when he picked that ball up. We'll keep an eye on that. Just looked like it tinged a little.
No rush here in South Australia, just taking their time, waiting for the right opportunity, playing really wide offence. So you can see how far the defence has been stretched out.
They're playing in a wide two, so a 2-2-2. And just trying to open up space in the middle. Matthews again looks to pass it off. Ball comes down the back, and this is where the cutters should be coming through the centre. But no cutters as such. Ball comes up to Mead. Mead to McGurr. McGurr finds Matthews, and the ball will rotate around the other side.
And swings back.
So McGurr.
They obviously got a play coming, because I can see players directing traffic. I'm just trying to work out, and there it is. What's it going to look like?
At the moment, they're looking at putting a stall. They're going to look at get a stall on, given the amount of time they've just spent the ball out here. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a stall start to be tapped. You'll see the tap of the helmet or tap of the hat from the officials. Matthews kicks the ball over, not really attacking the cage, so we could see it early. And if that does happen, you cannot bring the ball above the. There we go.
There it is,
Stall
Tony.
is on. I think I've watched too much lacrosse in my past. But South Australia not really attacking the cage. They're moving the ball, getting control.
So for those playing along at home, a stall warning means you must keep the ball in your offensive third in this part of the possession. So for the attacking team. Otherwise, the ball will turn over. So
you cannot come up above this.
there's a
restraining
line that they're trying to like tiptoeing at the moment.
And we saw it the other night, just the unawareness that still came on, and someone stepped up above, and that's very close to it there from McGurr.
Very, very close.
But he's tiptoeing the tulips up there. And that gets past, looks down, needs great pickup from McGurr. Looks the others. That's good defence from Victoria.
Yeah, lovely hit.
Really tough
really
defence.
Really clean. And way to turn the ball over. And an immediate outlet. Great take there.
So Sullivan kicks that one to Tarshis. Tarshis passes that off here to Barnes. Barnes fires the ball down. Is there transition ball? No. As Jet Lua takes the ball out. Down to Newbury. And substitutions happen. Good defensive set there, Pete, from Victoria.
Yeah, South Australia having a lot of ball down in their offensive end, but they weren't really doing a lot off the ball, and we've spoken about this a number of times already this week. You've got to be moving off the ball, getting your defensive structure or your defensive opponent out of sync, and then finding that loose player. But toilet bowl lacrosse happening at the moment.
Yep, Crawford gets the ball over here. He kicks out to Newbury. Newbury down the back. So again, very similar.
Yeah, slow, but trying to find the right opportunity as he looks to go.
McGee with the ball, fires that up and over. Good defence there.
Great work from the keeper to back that up, but kept inside by...
And Ross not only doing it in the offensive end. Played good defence there, did Matty Ross. So ball comes back up the top, Shorty on Shorty. That's the matchup they're looking for. Rotates back. As said, Gibbo will have these guys very well drilled in this offensive set. But we've seen that still come on, and if they continue to look inside, just picked it up, and that's fired wide, and that's going to be a Victorian backup there as Finn Cook gets the backup, and he'll bring the ball back in for Victoria.
There's a bit of a pack forming here at the top of the offensive zone. Looking for a cutter,
a
a
little
low.
shovel. Does that found the back of the net? That's all
It's
clear.
in.
It's in.
It's in.
Well, I tell you what, I thought that hit the back of the net, not inside, and I think so did Liam Filippa. And where they went to take it out, that's home.
Yeah, I thought they went wide, and I was too busy watching the pack, Tony.
So talk us through this here.
So just a little bit of a catch and a little underarm dink happened from young Lucas Newberry. Sorry, Jet Lua. Just caught that ball with a feed as he cut through, and yeah, just the underarm dink found the smallest of holes.
Ball back into the centre, gets flicked out to South Australia. They can't cross the line until possession's called, if you're watching lacrosse for the first time. And pressure had there, but Ross takes that pressure.
I love hearing that sound of the check. It means we're really playing good lacrosse.
And if you are watching for the first time, yes, it is legal to use your stick when two hands are on the stick to just tap the arms as hard as you can.
Let's see what South Australia have got set for this set of possession.
Well, it almost looks, that's going to upset the offensive coach as well. They just don't look like they're all on the same page at the moment here, South Australia.
They don't seem to be working as a unit. They, like there is a few people, and they're really trying to go from the top here.
And that's not a good shot. That's about 17 metres out, and while Ross has been hitting them all week,
Ball down.
This could turn over here, so just got to go the ball. Williams just took the body. Ball to be won. Mead takes it out, and Mead wins that. And we're going to have a timeout here, charged to South Australia, and probably a perfect timeout, Shendell, given they need to really talk about this offensive set, and Anson Carter is straight out to his offensive players.
Yeah, 2 minutes left in the first quarter here. Anson obviously wants to draw something up and say, hey, let's actually put some pressure on this. They seem to be taking some time, which is okay. You've got all the time. There's no shot clock, so that's totally fine. But you need to be having shots as well. You can't just be throwing the ball around and throwing the ball around and throwing. They've got to be really attacking the cage. And I think Anson will have a play in his back pocket and saying, let's just run this now.
And how we going there, Pete? Been a couple of turnovers already in this quarter.
Look, I've been really impressed with both teams' skill level. Even though, we haven't seen a whole lot of goals in this quarter, there hasn't been too many errors from the both teams. They've been moving the ball with a lot of skill, not a lot of stick errors, which has been great to see. But just 2 unforced errors for the Vic team.
And how many shots have each side had at the moment, Pete?
Well, South Australia have had 5 shots, and I've got Victoria down here for 6. So
Okay.
pretty even in the shot
they're both
stakes.
going about that 20% mark or just under.
That's it. No one really gaining any ascendancy from the 2 face-offs we've had or 3 face-offs we've had. So, really, really even game here.
So we've got, that looks like 3 minutes 30 on the clock over there, on the scoreboard.
Yeah, clock says 2:20.
Or 2:20.
But it's not moving either, so.
So 2:20. I'm glad you're here, Pete, because I didn't bring my glasses. But South Australia, look, they've dropped the ball again and the pressure Victoria putting on. So an opportunity here for Victoria. Just can't quite pick the ball up there was Kieran Tarshish. And unfortunately did everything right. Buggered it in his stick and just happened to knock it out of bounds. So South Australia get away with one there. Ross looks inside. That's good.
Oh,
top corner.
Beautiful.
That one just rattled the cookie jar up there. Looked inside, and
Napoli.
Jake Matthews from about 6 metres went whack in the top corner.
Yeah, and that's the kind of aggression we want to be seeing in this game. If they want to be putting numbers on the board, they've got to start attacking the cage like that. And he drew the defence at the top there, drew the double turn heads, and then that created a space for that cutter on the crease to present and turn around and take that shot.
Well, I'm giving that one to Anson Carter with the timeout to talk to his offensive troops, and that's exactly what happened. Oh, Jed Whitty it was. Okay.
We're both wrong, Tone.
I thought it was 33 in there, but it's been given to Jed Whitty, number 11.
Definitely was Jed Whitty.
It was.
Thank you, Pete.
That's why I just concentrate on what's going on, and Pete's all over the good stuff.
Ball with Attenborough.
So Riley Attenborough, you can't let him get to that point
Oh,
either.
good save.
Fantastic save low.
He's made a couple of good saves tonight in there, has Prinsloo.
Clearing through their captain now, Victoria Barnes.
And Liam Barnes, really good up-and-coming lefty. And that's going to be a flag. And the flag height goes.
Every way.
And that one's gone into the crowd on the other side. So, unfortunately, the flag's just not quite getting direction at the moment. Getting them right as the crowd throws the flag back. And I'm sure they might have just kissed it for luck.
It's a flag party.
Tell you what, used to be able to want to touch the lacrosse ball, now you get to touch the flag. So an opportunity here for Victoria. Power play.
What have they got?
Currently 2-1 down. They could even this up before the quarter time break.
Got a man sitting on the crease.
So sitting in a 2-3-1 at the moment. Looking to get a rotation potentially. Looks up the top, finds Barnes. Barnes fires that wide. No real damage for the keeper there. And I'll call that a sider for Liam.
I think they need to capitalise if, we're just about 30 seconds left in play in this first quarter. Now's the time to really even it up.
So Cook gives it to Barnes,
turns
gives it
a
to
corner.
Cook. That one comes off the foot of the keeper. And it's going to be backed up by Liam Filippo as well. So good work there from the South Australian goalkeeper.
Didn't have a lot of angle on that shot.
And the shorty starts to extract it out of the defensive end, but runs into a blue brick wall. Back to Filippo. There's an open man on this side. They can stretch here if they need to. Virgo, good running. As that is offside, and that was time. Lucky that the CBO wasn't watching that and the time went. But what a good quarter of lacrosse to start us off. 2-1 game the way of South Australia. And Shandell, what did you like about that first quarter?
Look, I liked that they were patient, but maybe they were too patient. I think there's a lot of physicality in this game. I'm really enjoying the argy-bargy, and I think they're laying some great bodies, but very safely. Minimal penalties at this point, but I think we need to attack the cage a bit more, both sides.
Yep, and Pete, the stats will probably say it, but, it's a 2-1 game. What separates the two teams at the moment? And is there anyone with a real advantage in some of these stats which may not be on the scoreboard yet?
No real advantage at the moment. I would say for the amount of shots, there's only been 3 saves for the whole game, and that if these boys are going to start shooting, I think they're going to have to put them on the cage. You can't score if you're not shooting at the cage. So just some improvement from the attacking accuracy. No real errors. No one's really getting any ascendancy. But one thing I did notice was when young Attenborough took his last face-off, he spoke to his wingman and said, "Hey, you go that way," and it came off to perfection. So I think if Attenborough can get his eye in, and Kim won his last as well, I think we'll see SA with a lot more possession from the centre.
Looking for a little bit more dominance in that centre possession. It is a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment. Both the sides still standing upright with those arms tight.
How many saves are we looking at? Like, what are the percentages for the keepers at this point there?
So Philippa's just got 1 save and Prinsloo with 2. So Vicks have had 2, 4, 6, 8 shots, 1 save. Really, all the shots are getting sprayed wide and not putting the goalies under any pressure at all.
And South Australia with possession at the end of that quarter, and there was a man in the box, so they start with possession, even though they are a man down at the moment. So penalty has been released now, so we're back to 6-on-6. So South Australia will have first offensive foray here. Ball comes up to Attenborough. Over there to Ross. Ross looks, nearly tried to pick the pocket there on the bottom. Ooh. Ross. And probably want to settle the offense a little more, but then just dropping bombs. This keeper has shown that he's not too bad, Prinsloo. So I want to respect that and probably want to work for a really good shot. That wasn't great. We were right behind that one.
Ross with the ball, looking to do some footwork. He's got the shorty. So that's the matchup he wants.
So Ross has Gibbs on him. Back to Ross. Ball down on the bottom corner with Webb. Webb passes it over.
There's a man on the crease there. Williams, not on it.
And Mead picks the ball up, fires back, hits Ross. Ross still with that shorty. Finds Williams. Ball down the back to Webb. Williams. He takes it up. And starting to push out a little bit here to Victoria.
I was going to say that they're really pushing wide there, making the South Australians play and bring the ball inside.
Good slide there from the shorty, but that's opened up this side. Looks the other side. Williams not there. Good defence from the Victorian long pole there. That was Tucker. And South Australia just looking for an answer at the moment. There's not much ball movement off, though, as we see a cut come there from Attenborough. Attenborough sitting on the crease. They've really collapsed here, haven't they, South Australia?
Yep.
They've collapsed in the middle and picks the ball up, just tries to throw it out. That's probably not the pass. And ball to be won. Ball is on the deck. Who wants it more? Comes off a South Australian stick. Ball picked up, and now the keeper has it. And South Australia dive on the ball. Not there. Great pick up. Fantastic work on the ground there from Mead.
And straight back into their rotation. Looking for an inside.
Inside, and there we go.
Oh.
And that was a good passage of play from South Australia.
Very, very aggressive with that shot.
And Bailey Attenborough just not able to put it in the back of the net. So ball comes up the top. Need to get those passes up. Ball down on the bottom right-hand side. Maybe not that up. Comes around to Ross. Back up here to Mead. Mead picks a shorty up. Shorty on the hands. Loses his stick. Can't play without it. Done well. That was a great slide there again from Gibbs. And South Australia again, just being kept out, aren't they? Every time they go to stick their foot in the door, Victoria are keeping them out. And that has turned over, gone the way to the keeper. And Ryland Prinsloo, he will clear the ball here for Victoria. I'm really impressed with the Victorian defence at the moment.
Yep, 100%. They're certainly pushing out and causing those errors.
And Prinsloo gives the ball up the centre there. Finds Newbury, and now Victoria will have an offensive set through Jewel. Jewel kicks that one to Cook. Cook passes the ball on. Ball comes back up the top. Finds Crawford. Crawford back to Newbury.
Victoria certainly working off ball in the offence here.
Finn Cook.
Good
Ball
cut
down
there.
there with Flaherty.
Good cut there from Jewel. Not on it at this point.
So you can hear the call there. Give it to Flynn. Crawford looks inside. Good pass.
Oh,
that
unfortunately.
just need to keep it in. Oh, no, he could have just picked it up. His teammate needed to speak a bit better to him there. Alastair Jewell, and Alastair Jewell mops it up for him.
Newbury looking inside. Nothing on at this point. Gets it over to McGee.
McGee passes the ball back up to Crawford. Crawford gets on his left, and you can see the bounce out there on this ground. Even there, it's that's 2 or 3 metres outside the circle, and still went well over the circle.
Oh, I've just seen the South Australians have gone offside after a substitution, and they will go a man down.
And there's a flag on the plate, so Pete's all over that. He's watching the stuff that we're not. He's got eyes in the back of his head.
Newbury
And that's
looking to
not
go.
a great... you can see what they're trying to do there. They're trying to draw down, but then throw back across their body. That's a really hard pass when you're under pressure.
100%. No space. Yeah, just
Like they're throwing off
in.
foot,
Yeah, into the...
back into the middle under pressure,
Yeah,
and that
crossbody.
ball's just hitting the deck. So they want to tighten that up.
Yeah, made a few subs though in that... over that whistle.
So a power play opportunity here for Victoria. Ball through Lua kicks that one to Gibbs. As the ball rotates around, kicks it to Jewell. Back here to Lua. To Gibbs. Looks inside. Oh, good pass. Great save from the keeper. Fantastic save there from the keeper. And the power play is over. Oh, looked inside, not there. Just, you know what? I like the looks they're having. They're just not quite hitting the target yet. If some of those come off, as South Australia look to clear the ball quickly and just need to pick the ball up. I had an opportunity. Jewell
just copping it.
It's tough in the clinches at the moment. Another opportunity in South Australia through Ethan Napoli. And there's a timeout going to be charged here to South Australia. They get to have a shot, a bit of a chat about it. We saw what they did with their last time out in the first quarter. Hanson Carter came out and had a bit of a chat, and before you knew it, ball was in the back of the net. But we've got a 2-1 game here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. We hope you're enjoying the live coverage here on the Australian Lacrosse Network of the 2025 LA Under-18 Championships.
Just want to talk about the South Australia's last passage of offensive play. They have done this all tournament that I've seen. They've tried to get that ball around and around and around. Then they find someone that they want to try and go one-on-one with.
Isolate it.
They push, but the Victorian defence here is too well drilled. They are not being able to get through the first defender. The slides are coming and the second slides are coming, so there's no free man to dump to. I'd really love to see South Australia mix things up a bit, maybe get the ball to X, have some picks and cuts from the top, and try and penetrate the defence through that way, rather than trying to go holding the ball through the player. Let's get a pick and a cut and get the ball to the cutter.
Yeah, they're certainly coming from that top left side. That's the sweet spot where they want to be driving and shooting from, but right now it doesn't seem to be coming off. So I'll be interested to see what Anson has drawn up in this break.
Just going through the goal scorers, we've got Jet Lure with the 1 goal for Victoria, and Matty Ross and Jed Whitty with a goal apiece.
And South Australia, they've just dropped the ball and started it, so they've got to be better than that. And the officials were telling them, and that's, I'll tell you what, if this turns over, that's a wasted timeout. And ball picked up, and Liam Barnes picks the ball up, and I tell you what, the coaching staff of South Australia, they will be fuming at that.
Yeah, Liam Barnes doing really well on those 1%ers, things that count, getting those ground balls, just turning up when it's needed and certainly making impact. But again, an unforced error.
Oh,
nice.
He's kept it That's in. A good pick. Contest to be had. Great work from the long stick there, who picks that up. Reef Cody. Cody looks over. Opportunity here. Steps inside. Looks to fake and stepped in the crease. And sometimes you tiptoe 'em, and sometimes you get stuck in the mud. But really good there from Reef Cody with that defence. One-on-one contest, just flicked it to his advantage. And South Australia, no damage done there. So now the offence can go about their work. Really low-scoring game here, and you can understand why, because the contest is hot in the battle at the moment. Ball comes back up the top. Through Matthews. Matthews.
Bring
as
it
a
to
runner.
the sweet spot
Napoli,
again.
Napoli just using that big bulk he has to try and get in. Looks in. That's not the,
Probably not the
shot
they're
that was
looking for.
required. And in the Star Wars movie, that would be, this is not the shot you're looking for. Especially with they really hadn't passed the ball then, South Australia, when they got into offence. And now Victoria with an opportunity to come back the other way. Barnes has the ball, looks on the back, just was trying to shoot that before he caught it.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Tony. Got so excited. I think in those fast break opportunities that happens, you kind
And
of...
that's going to be a loose ball. No push called. So let him play. Rubbing is racing, we say.
Love it. Filippo with a quick clear through the defence.
Pops it over. Ball with Valentinic.
I was looking at his name and I wasn't sure how to pronounce. I was letting you say that one, Tony.
All the linguistical work over the summer for me, Chantel.
Ball moves around SA's offence. Through Matthews.
Hey, Shandell, wait until we get to the Asian stuff. That's the fun stuff.
We'll be creative then, Tony.
We're always creative. Ball down the back corner. Looks to get in.
Gets inside.
And Mead just burrows his way into the 3 or 4 metre mark. And really good shot there from Mead. And puts South Australia up. That's the first score of the second quarter.
Yep. Caught the ball out at the goal line, extended, and then just thought, I'm going to turn the corner, took the space, dodged his way through and put the ball past the keeper. So lovely goal from Tyler Mead.
Tyler Mead, he's played a lot of lacrosse here. This is his home ground, the Brighton Lacrosse Club, and played under 15s last year as well, so doing a great job.
And was runner-up in our fastest shot, if I do believe. No, might have won the fastest shot, actually, down at the under-15 tournament. Slowly backed up there by Ross. I think he came second. So ball down in the offensive end. So they've got some power shooters, but he really burrowed in then. And that was a very well-placed shot there from me.
Oh.
That was high, no flag.
No penalty there.
Ducked into it.
Just a play on. Ball up the top here. McGurr gets around, looks on his right, fires out the back, and that wasn't far off the Victorian player there.
I thought we nearly had a meat shield there. Someone was going to soak that, but not to be. Went wide.
The ball with Ross. Ross fires. That is. That's worked. So it's bounced off a Victorian defender's stick, gone straight into the South Australian stick, and sometimes you make your own luck.
Was that Attenborough?
I think
Riley?
that was Riley Attenborough who scores that goal. And it's bounced off the defender's stick. He tried to pick it off. It's gone straight into Attenborough's stick. And just a little bit of, okay, I don't know how I got that, but I'm standing here and I'll put it away.
Right place, right time.
You make your own luck in this game.
Certainly do.
And we've got a timeout here. Charge to Victoria.
4:48 remaining in this second quarter.
And I don't think Gibbo will be upset with that. The defender did everything right, just didn't take the ball. Right position. You know, the pass from Ross was probably a 80-20 pass, but it's come off. You know, he'll say, I meant that.
That's the
play I was looking for, to put it in the defender's stick to bounce back out into Attenborough and Attenborough to score.
That's exactly the play Anson would have drawn up, I reckon.
Well, we spoke to Anson the other night about his play where he left a player on the bench, and Anson, maybe that's on the back of the whiteboard, that one.
Yeah, that's right, the secret one. You've got to get the UV light out just to read it.
So, yeah.
So, 5 goals scored, 5 individual goal scorers. 4 for South Australia, 1 for Victoria. So no one really taking the game by the horns. Really good even spread. The scoreline, 4 goals to South Australia, 1 to Victoria. Doesn't suggest how close this contest is. There's really not a lot in it at all.
And I tell you what, we don't speak about them often enough, but the officials doing a fantastic job tonight. You know what? They've picked everything up, and the ones that haven't, they've let it go. And it's been a really entertaining game to watch. So kudos to the guys in the black and white out there as well.
Absolutely.
So ball back into the centre.
Attenborough to Ross behind. Oh, he's broke.
And a break. So a new face-off player goes in there in Newbury. And just unsettled sometimes, doesn't it?
Barnes certainly playing a captain's game here for Victoria. Like I said, doing the 1%ers.
Sorry, that was Zemanchev in the face-off. Apologies, Pete, if I've given you a bum steer on your stat.
Doesn't matter, I was over it.
You're right, that's why I didn't have to worry too much. Liam Barnes with the ball, kicks the ball to McGee. McGee fires the ball down the back there to Cook. And the ball goes to full rotation. So really spreading wide here are Victoria. Jewel. Over to McGee, back to Jewel. Jewel drops the ball. Attenborough comes out and gives him a little tap. He says that's where the number 1 is. It's on the situation of your back. Good pick. Ball. Nice pass. But didn't follow the cut. That's going to go over and back, is it? Need to win it.
Keeps it over.
Hits
the defender.
Great work from Virgo. This will work for South Australia. Fast man break transition. Mead looks inside. Good save from the keeper, and that's going to go and be a Victorian ball if he can pick it up. Great pick up there. And fires it forward there, does McGee. Now an opportunity for the long stick coming down here for Victoria. Sullivan doesn't take it. Looks down on the bottom corner, little flip. Oh, that's probably not the play either. And Filippa comes out of his cage to get it. Oh, just line the goalie up, they say. But ball coming in, open net.
Wow.
And over the top. And gets a late hit. There's an illegal body coming here. And a flag on the play. And we're going to see a South Australian body sitting in the bench. Just nutted him late.
On an open goal too.
I'll tell you what, they're the worst ones. And it's just flowing just over the top bar. And we're going to have a 1 minute illegal body here. So Victoria with an opportunity to try and drag this score back. It's currently 4-1 the way of South Australia. We've got 2. We're just stopping
CBO.
Clocks here. So Shane Abbott doesn't get to throw a flag, but he gets to blow his whistle. Anything
this is his moment.
Anything for a little bit of screen time. Just making, no, you know what he's doing? He's a well-drilled official, and he's making sure that he's got the right and correct call. So good on Shane Abbott. And just reiterating what that call was. And that's why we have the best of the business sitting there.
Gives the offense and defense time to have a chat, work out what this set's going to look like.
So Victorian penalty has been released, so they are now in a power play. And what do they have drawn up here? Ball up the top with Jewel. Jewel over there to Lua. As the ball rotates back through the back. Sitting in a 2-3-1. So that's 2 at the top, 3 across the middle and 1 behind. Now they're looking to just draw on these bottom corners to draw those guys in. Looks around. Little inside look.
There it is.
That's a very good look on the bottom corner. Little 1-2 there. And Finn Cook finds his way into the cage And I like that. I like that setup with that man up. They've just drawn those 2 45 players in onto the bottom corner, which has allowed space on the outside as the defense is sloughed out to go and get the ball. The ex-guy comes around the back and scores. Good play, well drawn up offensive set there, and Cook gets his first.
Quite opportunistic there by Victoria to drive that back corner and draw that defender, but look, it works.
Really,
Let's go.
really well placed shot there.
Yeah, lovely.
From the young man. And simple lacrosse. So ball, Kim in the middle. Now this is where Kim's been good, but he just hadn't quite been able to get that. Ball comes out, so Victoria should win this one out of the face. They do. Ball in the stick of Jet Lure. And we got a timeout here called to Victoria. There's about 3:39, I reckon, on the clock.
2:31.
2:39. I was looking over at the score clock over
Might
there.
be
I don't
29
know if that's
toner.
right.
It's hard to see.
2:29 it says.
2:29.
Oh, the man with the eyes. Oh, you got glasses on.
Yeah.
So makes it, yes, a lot easier to see than these old eyes. So we're going to have a timeout here.
A few more risks being taken. Both teams have 4 unforced turnovers. So they're trying to create a lot more passages of play where goals are scored. But goal scorers currently Tyler Mead 1, Matt Ross with 1, Jed Whitty with 1. We have Riley Attenborough with 1. And for Victoria, Barnes with 1 assist, Jet Lure with 1, and Finn Cook with 1 goal as well. Still plenty of shots being taken. Goalie's not troubled too much. Philippa with 3 saves and Prinsloo with 5. Prinsloo probably seeing a few more shots, hence the extra saves.
And Pete just all over the stats that matter. And this is where the coaches earn their money. He's called the timeout with about 2 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the second term. And if they can, not only that, but he stopped the penalty clock, which is probably the most important part of that. So they've won the ball out of the centre, stopped the penalty clock, and now they have another opportunity to run this man up. So ball down the back here through Cook. Cook up to Jewel. And ball comes down the bottom corner. So are we going to see the sneak again?
Cross crease, no.
Cross crease. They've tried that a couple of times.
And a penalty.
There is another penalty coming here for a late hit. And just trying to pick up who is going to sit that one. Looks like Xander Kamek. No. That is
Mitchell.
going on Matthew Banjak.
Oh, is it?
Yep. So Matty Banjak, another illegal body. So now they have 2 men down, 4 zone. Big opportunity to Victoria to score. 1 releases. Ball comes down. That's not a great pass. Great pickup, though. Certainly made his teammate have to work for that one.
We've got Gibbs sitting over this side for an outside shot, which he sees. Nope. I was like, he might see what I see. I would have shot it.
So it worked. Oh, looked
On the
inside.
crease.
And good save there from Philippa. Just got the stick held up there a little bit. And an opportunity here for South Australia. Ball comes out. Picked up by Parrish. Parrish. He's just going to hold the ball, because if they can hold the ball, what do we got? Minute 33. No, penalties will release. So they'll just try and run out this other penalty if they can. Gives it to Matthews. Matthews looks to run. He's running into trouble there.
Double coming.
And they really need to push here, Victoria. Why not? But Anson Carter asking the ball to be brought low. You can hear that potentially in our effects, Mike.
Penalties released.
And penalty has been released. So 6 on 6. No damage done there in that 4 zone. And ball back up the top.
Williams.
Over here to Matthews. Matthews, we've seen him when he lets his arms go. Ball to Webb. Webb down through the back. Mead with the ball, looks to inside
Same
roll.
move from before. No, not on.
Oh, little flip. That's going to go out of bounds, is it? Yep.
Oh, tried to save it with a Superman
And again,
dive.
but this is where the simple lacrosse comes into it. You know, trying to do fancy stuff, which hasn't been working, just get the basics right. Especially at this age group, get the basics right and work for a good shot. You know, running in and then trying to flip a ball out the back, and now you lose it and give Victoria an opportunity before the halftime break. We've got 31 seconds left on the clock here.
You could score a goal in 8 seconds in field lacrosse.
And are Victoria even going to try and bring it up?
Got an outlet here. Going to use it.
Yeah, well, now they've got to separate. So here's an opportunity.
Jesus, quick.
Very quick there.
Sullivan.
And an opportunity. So 15 seconds left on the clock.
Crawford taking his time to get into the
Oh,
offense, but he's
managed to
cutting
get
now.
around,
Oh, no.
looks back, looks inside.
Crawford, oh!
Just in the crease. Marty Baker right on it as Finn Crawford found his way into it. They've tried that pass a few times across that crease. That
4
one actually went
seconds.
into as Webb picks the ball up, and Webb will end up with the ball in his stick at half time. That is a very entertaining first half of lacrosse. It is currently 4-2 here, and Shendell, really fun second quarter.
Yeah, loving it. Absolutely. I think we've got the best seats in the house, Tone. Like, this is a great game of under-18 lacrosse.
It is exceptional, and Pete, there'll be plenty to talk about in that quarter. Low-scoring game.
Very low-scoring game. I think Attenborough got his eye in and got a couple of draw controls to himself. Face-off wins, not draw controls. I'm using my women's stat sheet here. But South Australia, I think, 3-1 with the possession from their face-off. Goal scorers, lots of shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 shots from SA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 shots from Vic. So
Pretty even.
really even.
Tell you what, that sounded like Peter Sesame Street episode. I liked it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, sorry, Scott. We'll get a copyright infringement. But no, really even game all across the field in all departments. 4 saves to Philippa, 5 saves to Prinsloo. There's really nothing separating these two teams other than the 2 goals on the scoreboard.
Yep.
And speaking of separating, I'm going to separate the lid of that bottle of water and get some water on board. We're going to have a short break here on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We'll see you very back shortly. We'll be back very soon.
Ready.
And the players come back out here for the start of the third quarter. If you are just joining us at halftime, currently South Australia are leading 4-2, but it's been an absolutely cracking contest to this point. And I can tell you this is the premiership quarter, and anything can happen in the third quarter. And the way Victoria have played, I wouldn't be surprised to see them eke a bit closer. If they can keep that defence up. Ooh. And they're going to start that out of the centre there. Picked up by Raffaelli. And a flag down. And going to be a moving...
Certainly energised their face-off there with the Raffaelli.
So just a hold there, but as I said, Raffaelli, first face-off for the night.
Yeah, and won it to himself and really went for that ground ball, as Barnes will start with the ball for Victoria.
So Liam Barnes with the ball on the top left-hand side. And they're in a power play again here, Victoria. Their last power play fell apart, but the one before that was very good. And an opportunity here to put one back in the back of the net and make it a 4-3 game early in the third. So ball moving around. Little inside roll.
McGee's sitting on the crease and a shot straight to the keep. Philippa's stick there. That was
a pass.
Yeah, it was a bit of a low percentage shot, that one.
And Philippa goes long.
Quick
the
release.
Big outlet. There's a defender coming the other way. Great attack on the ball there. And good work.
Back and forth. It's a game of tennis.
Oh, there's a late hit.
No penalty.
No penalty.
And a shot.
And a good save again, but
and
there's a penalty there. And that is going to go. He probably pushed the line one too many times there, did Gibbs, because he got one away and then the second one and the third one he gets picked up on. So South Australia now release their penalty, and Victoria in a power play situation. So South Australia with the ball, and you can see that the intensity's been dialed up just slightly.
Yeah, it's good. Both teams have come out firing, and love to see it.
So Gibbs, ball to Williams. Williams gets the ball back. Little rotation on this back corner. Looking to push on this back corner. Little inside flip.
Good corner.
We saw him do that the other night, Bailey Attenborough.
He didn't have a lot of angle there. He just kind of stepped over that goal line, extended, turned the corner and dropped the shot low, bounced it past the keeper. Really smart lacrosse. A hard angle to shoot on, but obviously it's like kicking those boom banana shots in a footy game. He's learned to perfect it, and perfected he has.
Yeah, Bailey Attenborough, we saw him with a couple of them the other night, didn't we, Pete?
Sure did.
And he hasn't lost it.
No, very good play there from South Australia, just making the most of that man up.
So ball back into the centre. As Marty Baker just sets the face off. And that time there is picked up by Attenborough and picks it down. Good on the bottom corner, looks across.
Fast move.
Oh, great save there from the keeper, Prinsloo.
Oh.
And another piece of the next one. Ball needs to be picked up. Oh, that's come off a red. Oh, that looks like it came off a red foot there after the stick. It must have been out of bounds on the first knock. But South Australia with the ball still in a power play situation. As the substitutions come on. And I don't know that they're just looking at the sub. Good save again from Prinsloo.
Yeah, got low and took a piece of it at hip height high, even though he was basically on the floor.
And penalties now released, so we're 6 on 6. So should be an open. Oh, that's going to be a loose ball push. And that ball will go to Victoria. So no penalty on that, as there were no possession of the ball. And
Jewel really took that one, and it's paid off.
And you could just feel the intensity in the game.
It's lifted.
I tell you what, they've turned the dial of the oven up just a couple of degrees. And Victoria now will have a 6 on 6 set down here. Newbury up the top, finds McGee. McGee passes the ball over there to Jewel. Jewel Looking for an option. Finds that option there.
Flattery. Looking to drive, bit of fancy footwork, roll dodge. Drew the double, but wasn't able to get it to that open slip.
Or picked off well there by Joel Smallcombe. And Victoria really push. So this is what Liam Falepa likes. He's got a great outlet on him, Falepa. And he finds the outlet and finds Williams. Williams now with the transition opportunity. Defenders behind him, looks and Ross fires.
Oh, wow,
Good
way to
save
see that.
again from the keeper there in Prinsloo.
4 saves to Prinsloo so far already this quarter.
I reckon those 4 saves have come in the last minute and 10.
You know, that ball would have been hard to see. It was an outside shot, it was a bounce shot, and it was low. And it's also dark because we're playing under light. So, and there's a penalty off the bench.
And Shane Abbott just getting his flag height in, as we see. And a loose ball push in the centre as well, but and another flag, and it will be thrown. Like there was a fair bit of contact in that centre there, where that guy went down. If we get to watch the replay here and it picks it up, you're just watching here. There's one there.
Yeah.
That's off the ball, and so South Australia are going to have 2 in the box.
Oh yeah, that was a bit of
a big cross check. And just when you're not looking and not expecting it,
hurts.
So 4 zone here for South Australia. Opportunity for Victoria. They go through Lua. Lua passes the ball down, gets it back. Ball up to Flaherty. Flaherty's got Barnes. They're just looking like they wanted to have a hug there.
This zone doing well to cover that man on the crease. Oh, stick down.
Dropped his stick. Great work.
Beautiful cross-crease feed.
Flaherty on the backside. And that was perfectly worked. The creaseman actually lost his stick. The defender almost looked at him when he was doing that, which opened up that backside. And Flaherty gets his first of the game, first of the quarter for Victoria. And we've got a 5-3 game here.
Just watching the replay, that was really pretty to watch. Cross crease, move the goalie.
Good ball movement, wasn't it?
And
and just really simple ball movement, because it put the keeper the other side of the goal, and he just had to put it in the back of the net. Good work there.
Ooh, was that a flag?
That's not a flag.
Oh,
there's a little bit going on now. There's a flag, and just sending him away. And just starting to get a little bit willing here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. And the referees are all over that. And we see here as the defender comes off there, and that is Drysdale. He just gets asked by the coach to head to the back of the bench. So Darren Gibson not very happy with Drysdale there. And we will see what the officials have sought out here. But you can just feel this intensity picking up, can't you? It means something out there at the moment.
Yep, there's a bit of fire in the belly now.
And Attenborough is going to go for a penalty as well here. So simultaneous penalties. South Australia for a push for 30 seconds. And Victoria unsportsmanlike for 1 minute. South Australia will retain the ball because they hold the lower amount of penalty, and South Australia pick the ball up in their stick. So 5-all they are, but South Australia will have a 30-second man up here once that penalty has been released. So ball up the top with Matthews. Victoria pushing out. Ball comes round to Mead. Just needs to get on that bottom hand. Ball to Ross. Ross guarded there by Cody. Ball with Mead, allowed to get up the top. Good save. They've gone to the same spot. The last 4 shots, they've gone to the 5-hole. Unfortunately, Prinsloo down there is reading that like a cheap 50-cent novel. But his outlet to his teammate might
Ooh, that's a high one, not a penalty.
And this is where you just got to pick the ball up. Just go the ball.
There's a lot happening on that ground ball.
And that'll be a loose ball push.
Yeah. Number 7 there, Bailey Attenborough had his hands in the back of the guy that was on the ground.
Yep, and you can't touch someone when they're on the ground. Oh,
swim dodge.
A little bit of swimming going on here. There's a 100-metre dash now. Looked up. Ball comes over, fires. And there's
a penalty on the bench.
On the play. And South Australia will sit in the box again.
30 seconds.
Illegal procedure. So for an offside there. 30-second man up. So Victoria, they're trading blows with these penalties. Just no one's been able to put it in the back of the net yet and take the advantage. So a 30-second man up here for Victoria. Ball with Lua. Man released now. And now they are man up. So Victoria look to come through X. Ball over to Barnes. Barnes takes the ball up there to Crawford. Crawford continues the ball on. Looks the other side. They're looking for these cross-crease passes when they have an opportunity. Defender is out. Just need to move the ball quickly because someone will open up. Penalty's been released. Here it is, Lua. Oh, just misses the pass. And
South Australia really happy with that defensive set, keeping them out in a man-down situation.
Just threw it away, the pressure. As good work, though, from Lua. Look at him. He might have thrown the ball away, but he's just chased that
down
about 100 metres, and he just stops him at the halfway line. Great work from Lua. Pushed them back. The man is open on this side if they can get the ball to him. Victoria pushing up. So they've sent players up and over.
Philippa taking his time on this clear.
Good break there from McGurr. And McGurr still looking on the out. Ball to Virgo. Virgo passes the ball. Oh, nice little sidestep there from the
he's got help
defender.
In the middle.
And but runs into a big stick. Ball to be won on the deck. Great pickup from Barnes. Transition ball, Victoria. 3-on-1.
Ooh.
Ball comes in. Looks, fires to the net. And that is home. Great defensive pressure up here from Barnes. And Crawford gets the ball back.
Certainly took his time. Looked across crease. And, Crawford took his time. Really thought about his shot and put it past Philippa.
I'll tell you what he was thinking about. Do I give it to the open man the other side?
I think that's what he was taking his time.
Because Philippa had sealed up that side. But I tell you, the defensive pressure there, really impressed with Jet Lua.
And a fantastic transition goal just then.
Threw the ball away but didn't give it up. Kept the pressure on. And Victoria score. Bring it back to a 5-4 scoreline. And Danny Kim pushes the ball out. Ball to be won. Ball on the deck. South Australia keep their feet. And we've got a illegal procedure here on Victoria. No, on South Australia. So they cross the line without possession.
McGee picks the ball up quickly, starts.
And again, those little unforced errors, you know, there's no possession on that ball and your attacker or defender crosses the line, which gives an easy look. Oh, inside feed. Didn't pick it up. Ball to be won. It is willing in this contest in the middle. It is the Brave who wants to put their head over it. And the goal scorer there in Crawford decides that I will do that. Oh, that's a big push. And we're going to have a flag here. He's got a cross-check, I think. So the official from behind has called a cross-check. So you don't have to have possession. No, 30-second push. Well, that shouldn't be a flag because the guy didn't have possession of the ball.
No possession there. That should absolutely just be a turnover.
That should be a Victorian ball. There should be no penalty on that because he did not have possession of the ball. And I think Marty Baker had it right this side. But I thought Marty thought he was going to throw the cross-check. So Victoria, another man-up opportunity here.
What have they got?
So
no one sitting on the crease at this point. They're really working the ball
really
around
wide
the outside.
set. You can see some rotation about to start. One just sneaking in. Now they rotate
Barnes
back out.
Looking to get inside, not there.
It's a little into a little five-wheel from the top. Looks down the bottom. Sucking out, trying to create space in there if they move the ball to the opposite side now. He could come on the bottom corner. Ball
Penalty's
coming on,
released.
looks down. That's the bottom corner they're looking for. Steps in and under. Another opportunity. Gets it.
Oh!
And that's fair enough. You know what? The hit was too high.
I just want to watch this on the replay.
And I think you'll watch that, and the hit will be too high around the neck.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep,
penalty.
so the official's right on it. They're not going to let this get out of hand. And while the check was there, it did get him high. So that will be a penalty, and Victoria will take a timeout with 6 minutes 32 to go in the third term here, and just look to set up that man-up opportunity. And I can tell you what we are getting. A fair few flags at the moment, Pete.
Yeah, just having a look at the replay there myself, I don't think the South Australian guy actually did too much wrong there. I think the player dove into him, and a bit unlucky there, look, but you got to protect the guy's head. Still a very even ball game, not a lot coming out of the stats. Prinsloo with 5 saves for the quarter, though, making his tally 10 so far. So he's having some sort of a game keeping Victoria in.
Well, you can imagine that, can't you? He's had 5 saves. If he lets 2 of them in, the scoreline is 7-4, and all of a sudden there's some breathing space. But, I'm just feeling it. I am feeling what I feel in my bones, and I am feeling golden goal coming on this evening.
Is this our night, Tony?
This is the night. This is the night. Just to for all the new spectators out watching lacrosse for the first time, why wouldn't you put on a golden goal game?
Now, you can't have it both ways. You said Victoria by 2, Tony, and now you're saying golden goal.
Yeah, maybe they'll be up by 2 after the 1 golden goal. I don't know how it works, Pete. You know what? I'll forego my 2-goal game for a golden goal.
All right.
And so will the fans. If you are watching on the Australian Lacrosse Network, it's great to have you on board. We hope you're enjoying this contest wherever you are in the world. And Victoria will start in their man-up opportunity. Ball through Cook. Kicks it to Barnes. Barnes down the back to Jewell. Jewell passes the ball on. Ball comes back up to Cook. Cook to Gibbs.
Just waiting for something to open up.
Rotating up. Flaherty down the bottom corner. Barnes, and this little weave coming up, just sending into the crease.
Defensively, they're moving quite well, South Australia, as a unit.
I'll tell you what they need to do, though, for this man-up set, is they need to move the ball quicker, because South Australia are playing a great 5 zone here at the moment.
They are.
And they really do need to move the ball quicker. That's
Here it is.
That's the one. Looks up.
Oh,
and
wow.
again, just missed the pass, but as it gonna just need, and it goes out of bounds, so
4 unforced turnovers for Victoria this quarter.
And Gibbo will be pulling his hair out over there. He gets the timeout to run his man up, and they throw the ball away. So back to the back corner, just to make the defenders. Yep, and the stretch is on. Needs to. And Virgo picks it up. Can't. And picked off though. Barnes. Here we go. Jewell. And we're going to have an offside.
Offside.
I'm not sure how that could have happened.
The long stick went the other side.
Okay.
Pete.
Okay.
So Drysdale actually crossed the line the other side
gotcha.
as well. He was looking to be an outlet the other side. And Marty Baker, right on the line.
Yep.
Didn't miss a trick.
Very good. SA just getting out of jail there.
I feel like this is the first time we've seen the ball in South Australia's attack in quite a few minutes. So they've had quite a few penalties as well, but let's see what they've got.
Oh, nice inside roll. Looks to come on that right-hand corner, which he does really well. Attenborough kicks it to Mead. Mead up to Ross. Looking at a little 2-man game here with Mead. Tells him to come back. Not there.
Trying to take on the shorty, wasn't on. There's a
McGurr.
penalty off the bench.
McGurr.
Here.
And there we go. That'll be for cross-check. So there's a cross. So number 13 for Victoria in the offensive end has given one of the defenders a massive cross-check off the ball out of play. and he gets a 2-minute penalty for it, as seen by the CBO.
Yeah, great to pick that up. I just saw flags flying and my head turned, but I didn't actually see the cross-check. But got to keep the play fair.
So South Australia now with an opportunity in man up. So ball through Webb. Webb passes the ball down through Attenborough. Little rotation again. They've got to go on that bottom corner. Looks the other side. Oh, great save again there from the keeper in Prinsloo. Ball up the top. Keeper's out of the cage. Ross fires. Good save again.
Wowee.
Doing an absolutely monster job there is Prinsloo. And picks it up. And ball coming out here through Gibbs. But runs into a wall of red. Just no flags here. Don't need any flags. Hands it together, no flag. There is a cross-check. So cross-check being called, two. So 2 penalties thrown there for South Australia. Opportunity for Victoria.
Victoria's still man down, but if the ball does go to ground,
that's a hold as well. There's three. Looks up, Barnes. Good save there from the keeper. And flags flying high. So Victoria sitting for a...
Oh, that was certainly a cross-check, that first one.
Yep, and he got him for another one as well.
Yep.
So there'll be 2 cross-checks there, I'd suggest.
Pinged him.
And a hold down on the bottom corner. So we're going to have 2 1-minute penalties on Ross and a 30-second hold on the
hold on the play,
attacker or the short sticker down there. Slash, sorry, he's got him a slash for 1.
Yeah, Ross had a cross-check and a slash straight away afterwards.
2 slashes called.
Oh,
so
okay.
no cross-checks,
All right.
2 slashes.
30-second
technical for a hold. And another penalty. And this one could be coming from the coach's box. So plenty of flags flying here. We told you we'd see some flag height tonight. And we're not, and another one that's just dribbled out of the pocket. And that one might be waved off.
So there's 3
No, we got 3. So that one's on the coaches. There's an unsportsmanlike in there on the coaches as well. So everyone just needs to take a breath and settle down a little bit. But I tell you what, it's exciting. Plenty going on out here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club.
Yeah,
I thought there was another Victorian player going to sit down then.
Two.
Oh, there is?
There is.
Okay, so
we've got 3 in the bin for South Australia and 2 for Victoria, which means we're playing a 4-on-3 in the offensive set for Victoria.
4-on-3. Yep, 4-on-3, just sorting it out. And Victoria. I mean, you don't often get a 4-on-3 situation.
No. And what are you going to draw up for this? I mean, you'd certainly just move the ball around in a square and waiting for something to open up. But
that's not what you draw up.
Oh.
So ball in the stick. That's gone out of bounds. Just needs to pick it up. And Victoria can move the ball up here. Looks up. Looks across.
Got
can go to the bottom corner. Does.
Oh,
Good knockdown there.
Parrish.
That was a
fantastic
beautiful
knockdown.
Yeah.
Ball comes up. Oh, great take there from Mead. Mead
so
just goes hard. Looks inside.
Oh,
Can't
shot it before he had it.
Ball now. Could rotate back. Barnes picks the ball up. Come off his stick. And we had a tie. Offside blue.
The crowd is loving it. We're loving it. The ball is just up and down, a game of tennis.
Well, that's the problem with you when you're playing a 4-on-3 in your offensive end. It's pretty easy to go offside. So 2 players crossing over the halfway line there for Victoria, which gives South Australia an opportunity here. But there's still 2 in the box, so there's still a man down.
Is there a penalty on the play? Because
no.
South Australia did have possession. I think I heard a time offside blue. No?
No, blue had the ball. Yeah, blue had possession of the ball when it happened, so it's just a turnover.
Right. Crowd in trying to influence the decisions of the referees here.
error. There was crease infringement, okay?
So simultaneous, there was no offside?
So crease infringement, offside. Offside shouldn't be sitting.
So still 2 South Australians in the sin bin or in the penalty box and 1 Victorian. I think that's just been released as well.
Well, I'm confused.
Yeah, Victoria in a 4 zone here, South Australia. No, now 5 zone. So only 1 in the box. Looks up, looks down the bottom corner, puts it there. Good save. And we've got another flag on the player. That's going to be for an illegal release, I think, or that is on the bench. So
there is a lot of fouls coming from that bench this evening.
Illegal procedure. 30-second. So illegal substitution by the look of it. He's left the box too early on that penalty.
Straight back in there.
Yep. So 30-second penalty. I'll tell you what, Pete, I'd like to know the stats of flags this quarter.
I gave up.
So, ball with Victoria. It is a 5-4 game after all of this. We have 1 minute 35 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, incredibly low scoring in the third quarter with the amount of penalties and flags and shots that are being taken. It's incredible to watch.
And can Victoria even it up before three-quarter time? Ball up the top.
Victoria have 2 men on the crease.
Back to Barnes. Oh, that's a nice little sneak there. Looks to cross the crease again.
In the crease.
And
So
stepped in the crease.
Player released, even man.
Finally back to all even after about 6 or 7 minutes of play.
All right, Virgo's up the line. He needs to use him.
Yeah, he's just sitting there waiting.
And now Matthews,
he's being
Virgo,
seen.
but now there's pressure. And kicks it over there to Matthews. Matthews has a player on.
Really nice clear there from South Australia.
Kicks it to Williams.
Minute
Williams.
left.
Ball down the back to Webb. Webb trying to slide. Williams fires
There's
one.
a penalty in
and
the back.
Penalty in the back corner. It's either going to be a hold or a
I think it was an off-ball push. Yeah, he was set
yeah,
on the deck.
off-ball push. So Victoria now in a man-down situation. Can South Australia capitalise on it? We have seen about 22 minutes of man down so far for 3 goals for the quarter. I tell you what, the percentages in their man down plays aren't that great at the moment, both teams. So you can hear the coaches saying go straight away. 30 seconds left on the clock. Ball up the top with Napoli. Napoli looks to rotate. Oh, opens up in the centre. Napoli at the top. Little rotation. They've just held that bottom corner.
Dink.
Mead, they had to come. Great stick there. And no, don't want to give away another penalty here before three-quarter time. Can move the ball. 8 seconds
Got one
left.
on the crease.
Ball needs to have a shot here.
Oh.
Napoli
Down.
couldn't quite take the ball. Again, no penalties needed. Ball comes out.
Over and back.
And that will end what was a really entertaining third quarter.
Ooh.
We've got a 5-4 game here. And I tell you what, that quarter seemed to go for about 45 minutes.
Absolutely my favourite quarter of the game. I loved the physicality and the flags going. There was something for everyone. Playing a 4-on-3 in a field lacrosse game is pretty much unheard of.
Well,
So-
we said earlier that you could just start to feel the pressure heat up in the oven out here, and it didn't not deliver because there was plenty of testosterone being thrown around.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
44 shots from both teams in total for 9 goals.
Yeah, right.
So,
that's a percentage to...
Pretty low scoring percentages. But just on Prinsloo, what a quarter did he have? 8 saves from Prinsloo in that quarter alone after having just 5 in the first half. So 13 saves for that young man. He can stand up and I'm going to have Prinsloo, if I'm not too early, as MVP.
Oh, look at Pete just go the early crow.
Yeah.
Hey? I like it though, Pete. You take your opportunities.
He's
And,
confident.
it's what the both sides did not do with their man-ups that quarter. You could have expected one of these teams, given the amount of flags that were being thrown, would have potentially drawn away here by 2 or 3 or 4 goals, but wasn't to be. No one capitalised on it. And it shows the tenseness that is in this game at the moment with 1 quarter to go in this contest. And 5-4, I'm still hanging on a golden goal.
Well, it's looking highly likely, mate. So really, South Australia would be looking to get Riley Attenborough through the face-offs to get some dominance, and also Victoria would really love Prinsloo not to have to make so many saves.
They would indeed as they head into the centre.
He is doing an amazing job.
And ball back in. So we've got even numbers on the field.
For the first time in a while.
It is 6 on 6. 11 on 11. Ball starts from the centre. Good work there from the Victorian face-off player. He's been good since he's come in, and Raffaelli. And South Australia, though, get it in their stick. Ball comes back to Filippa. Filippa heads the ball over to Virgo. Virgo.
Got open there in the middle with Ross.
So an opportunity now for South Australia to run some offence. As we see Smallcombe just going to the bench to get a substitute, taking his long stick over there, and finds Williams coming on for South Australia. Williams comes on, gets a touch of the ball and says, thanks, Rossi. Have another one. Yep, let's rack up some stats here.
A bit of a two-man game, but now they're going to swing the ball to X.
And ball now will find it down the back. Webb has the ball, gets pressured straight away. Good defence. I love a defender that comes out and
gets on the hands.
Gets a little bit of pressure on, not allowing the attacker to settle. Ross, ball up the top.
Ross a bit of a quarterback here for this offence.
Well, as long as he doesn't throw those Hail Marys. But good work. Again, nice on the hands there. Just trying to disrupt. Opportunity here down on the bottom corner. That is Attenborough, flies around. That's gone out the back, and that's going to be a first on here for Victoria as they just run into the net. No damage done down there. And Victoria send Liam Barnes down there with the short stick to pick the ball up. Barnes, he looks to run away from Attenborough. Just wears one on the glove and play on, they say. Good opportunity here. Victoria through Newbury. Newbury just being asked to chill that ball out to Lua as Barnes. He's going to get a substitute. He's done his work and he just going to get McGee on. So McGee now takes that one off his shoelaces. McGee picks up the shorty and Williams. Oh, that could work. It's gone through Lua, but no damage done there. Just some of those passes into the crease, they just haven't quite been clean enough tonight. The idea's right, just not the execution. Yeah. Oh, a little backhander.
Oh, wow.
Tell you what.
Filippa trying to get that back up.
That's a crease infringement, so it doesn't matter about the back up. So Victoria getting in the crease. You don't see that very often, the old B-grade backhand.
No, what were we calling them before? The Twizzler?
Sizzler.
Sorry, yeah.
I also think that's a Brian Griffin move from the 60s.
They also, that restaurant chain died out in the 80s, I reckon, the Sizzler.
90s in WA.
Yeah. I mean, you are 10 years behind.
Wait a while.
Last I heard, there was still one on the Gold Coast, but anyway. That's a story for another day. As
that's a push.
Oh!
And flag coming. And going to 30-second push. Again, I didn't necessarily think he had possession of that ball.
Just evening the scorecard.
So Newbury will sit down for a 30-second. And ball with South Australia. So a man up. So can someone score on a man up, please? There's been enough of them, Ross. No. That is not the man-up play you were looking for either.
11 minutes to go in regulation
and
time.
That's where the keeper, if he can't get it, he just launches it there and says, there you
Send
go,
it.
attackers.
Oh.
And great work from the attacker there. Good work from Cook.
Gets into space. And now just going to chill and let those...
Well, he's got a man above him. They need to... and the substitution comes on. Great work from the keeper. He just... found the open space, to be honest, and put it to it. and Cook was good enough to get into that space.
Certainly trusted his attackers.
So, SA currently leading 5-4. We've got 11 minutes to go in the fourth term. It has been 5-4 for what seems an eternity in this game. Barnes looks over. Finds his teammate there in Crawford. Crawford to Lua. To Flaherty.
Looking to
Back
drive.
to Barnes. Barnes looks to get in. Oh! That's a great shot. That has bounced about 4 metres out, up under the top bar. And Liam Barnes.
Philippa did not see that, and that was not his fault. That was a fantastic drive, top side, went to the middle of the field, bounced it low, and just literally hit under the top bar off that bounce.
I don't know what coaches would tell you to throw bounce shots on this, Pete, but I tell you, I saw that. We saw that yesterday, didn't we? And we just said, why aren't they throwing bounce shots?
So much bounce, and it is a hard, flat ground, but just can be so unpredictable as the Victorians get it out their back end, but Virgo getting the ground ball.
Loses it. And possession, so they can cross now. Good pickup again. Fantastic pickup there from Parrish. And you can see why he made the Australian under-20 side. Oh, little bit of a hit, took it well. And love to see a guy just stand up like that.
Just runs through the defensive pressure. Gets the ball to Lua. Lua going to move the ball to X.
Oh, Philippa's run out.
And ball comes back the other way. Rotated, good ball movement forward. Finds Matthews. He's got one on his right-hand side. So McGurr looks to get inside, not there. And ball popped over to the other side to Williams, which just comes on. Williams to Matthews. Matthews over to McGurr. McGurr down to Webb. Webb finds Attenborough down in the back corner, who finds Mead. And the rotation starts again. Long ball. Skip pass to McGurr. Ball over to Mead. Mead, he likes to use his physique to get inside on his defenders if he can. McGurr back to McGee.
Swinging through X. Working the left side, looking for a lefty dodge, gets inside.
Does get inside.
Got it.
Oh! That had no angle whatsoever, and Webb has taken one back. Mitch Webb. I actually thought that come off the keeper's chest, and then I saw it rattle into the back of the back corner.
Yeah, he certainly dragged the defender high, then stepped inside, and I said he's got past him. I didn't know he was going to take the shot, but I thought he was going to feed it the next minute. Ball is hitting net.
Was a very unassuming shot, wasn't it? There wasn't a lot of motion. Just stuck that ball just in the top corner above the goalie's left shoulder.
Yeah, and once he beat his defender, no one else came to him.
So ball in here, Raffaelli just causing some carnage in this face-off for Victoria. He's been very good since he's come in, and he just flips the ball up and says, I'm going to take a sub now. His stats in the centre would be very good at the moment. Or just trying, they need to just settle it here.
South Australia clinching the lead by 1.
So again, another ground ball to be won. Ball does get one. Lua wins that ball. Is picked up by Attenborough. Kicks it over to Barnes. Barnes down there to Cook. Cook rotates the ball round to Crawford. Through Jewell. Crawford looks to get in. That could almost be a
shorty
ward.
D.
And that's the second time that the keeper's come out and picked that off.
Ooh.
But defender couldn't quite handle the ball. Ball there to be won. Is won by the Victorian shorty. Gets a bit of a swim move. And an opportunity now for Victoria. No one on this bottom corner. Looks inside to Lua. Jewell to Lua. We've got a 6-all game now again.
Tony, it's time.
It is time. Well, we've still got 7 minutes and 55 seconds, so we're not going to go and goal yet. But when we do...
I can feel it. It's getting exciting. I know you're getting excited.
Oh, there's already in my bones, it is. Just already in my bones.
Real shame that SA get one of their only forced turnovers all game, and Philippa just can't quite make that pass to get an unforced turnover on their end. But, yeah, great work by Victoria to get that goal back.
Well, what I've liked from Liam Philippa is the last 2 times down in defence, he's actually picked balls off. And, yeah, very good from a keeper to be up and on his toes. Ball on the deck here again, fighting hard for it. It's I tell you what, right now it's like an under-8s footy game. It's just a big conglomerate of people in the middle, but good work there from South Australia to get that out. Webb with the ball. Last goal scorer for South Australia. And Ross just being asked to settle it down as they get a player on. And that is McGurr. No, sorry, that is not McGurr. That is Whitty. That 1-1 and 1-7 look very, very similar. Ball up the top to Ross. Ross on the left hand.
For a shot.
Oh, Ross! He hasn't been able to do it with the right hand too much, but puts one away with the left.
Absolute bullet of a shot.
And South Australia answer back. They've been able to do that twice with the Victorian scores.
Literally takes a little run up, puts the stick in his left hand and just sends it outside of the women's 15 fan. So
I reckon he was about 16 metres out. I reckon he was just outside the
Yeah,
fan
he
when he had
was,
that
yep.
shot. And Prinsloo's been amazing tonight, but just not being able to get that one.
yeah, and that slide came too late as well.
It's always a hard shot, isn't it, lefty, across the body of a righty keeper, especially low. So opportunity for Victoria. Good pick up there and nice push forward. Good work, finds Barnes. But look at the numbers. SA, that's just tapped him on the leg, but no damage done.
Oh,
As keeper comes out again.
Philippa certainly having impact in these intercepts at the back.
Tell you what,
quarter.
South Australia are hungry on these ground balls. Victoria had an opportunity to pick that ground ball up and just didn't take it. So now here we go. Attenborough at pace, running down, gets inside, gets outside, passes the ball down to Webb. Webb rolls the ball up, and we're going to have a timeout here, which is probably really good. We get a chance to just take a breath here in this game. It is currently 7-6 with 6 minutes 28 to go in the fourth term. And both teams are undefeated currently in this championship. And I said at the start of the game it was going to be a cracker. It is living up to that right now.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're going to draw up, what both coaches are going to draw up here.
Raffaelli having won 4 centres. There hasn't been a lot. 4 centres, all from the second half there. Kim winning that centre, but Victoria coming up with possession. They're getting most of the possession, 3 from 5 this quarter. So great work by all of the centremen there. That really, but Raffaelli, like you say, he's really stepped up and given his team the best shot.
Well, number one, they've found someone who can contest in there, but they've also found someone that when he went in there, he just unsettled Attenborough a little bit, and Kim. And there was a break there. So, you know, sometimes it's just about ringing those changes. And Darren Gibson doing a fantastic job, as is the Victorian coaching staff. But South Australia, well, they've just taken a timeout. And we've seen what they've done, and they've scored nearly every time after a timeout, apart from the one that they lost the ball before.
60 centimetres a time, Tony. They get it right every time.
So, ball back up the top. Williams kicks the ball over here to Napoli. Napoli really playing that lane there is the defender from Victoria there in Tucker. Looks to roll back inside Mead, fires, and, well, Mead saw the bounce shot down the other end. He says, well, I'll try that from the 45, I think. And it skipped off the turf.
Yeah, McGurr was just dancing around the crease too, engaging that defender.
So Napoli now picking up the shorty and gets the ball back as Zivanchev looks, little run down the bottom corner. Good slide there. Great slide coming out from Tucker and keeps the pressure on. So working as a good unit here, Victoria. in the defensive end. Gibbs, there's the ball is loose and picked up now. So Tucker again wins the ball, gives it back to the keeper, Prinsloo. Prinsloo looks up, fires it up the middle, finds Gibbs. Gibbs passes the ball over. Here's the longie. They always love it when they can get on the cage. And Drysdale looks to fire, but missed it. And sometimes these ones can come back with interest.
I reckon Smallacombe got a piece of that one, so I would put that down to a forced turnover there.
So McGurr just mopping it up there. Bit like I did with my gravy from the roast yesterday with the piece of bread. Just mopped it up. Ball comes on the outer side now through the long stick. Finds the shorty up forward. Looks to pass forward. Does get it forward to Mead.
4.5 minutes left in regulation play.
Currently SA 7, Victoria 6. Ball to Matthews. Matthews picks a shorty up, goes on the left, finds Mead and then just throws it out of bounds. Oh, that's given Victoria an opportunity. And as the ball gets thrown back down, Liam Barnes will take this for Victoria. And whistle starts up again. So he's been really good, Barnes, in getting this. Might be a flag here for a hold. There is a flag on the play. So Barnes picks the ball down the bottom corner, just was trying. I thought he was shooting as he tried to sort of take that step, but man up here for Victoria, so an opportunity to draw them close and even this game up. So Victoria with an opportunity, power play situation. Barnes.
Gibbs the sitter on the crease.
Crawford. Oh, great interception there from the defender there in Parrish. And just not clean stick skills for a man up at the moment, Victoria. Barnes draws the longie. Back to Barnes. Pushed out very wide, though. They need to move the ball quicker. It's a man up. The only way you're going to beat a man up is to really move the ball and zing it.
Here it comes.
Looks inside. Does inside. And that's a better ball movement. Who finds Flaherty on the back corner. That's the second one of the night for Flaherty. And almost in the same spot on a man up.
Yeah, as soon as I up, you said ball is moving slow. As soon as I started to move the ball quickly, it caught the defenders off guard, opened up a man and was able to capitalise.
So 7-all, 3:10 to go in the fourth. Are we headed to golden goal? And the game deserves it.
It's been a really exciting game, and that would just top it right off.
Wouldn't it?
So no wingman here for Victoria, and they were very lucky then.
Yeah, they've got that
They were
possession.
actually one man short on the
face
face-off.
off here on our side of the field.
Oh, so opportunity here for Victoria. Or can Victoria put a score on the board and put the pressure back on Cessay? Ball down the back here with Cook. Cook kicks the ball up to Lua. Lua up to Jewel. Jewel has the ball over to Newbury. Back to Jewel. Lua looks to...
Oh, it's a pick and roll, a slip inside, but didn't see him or honour it.
Nice work there. Bit of box coming out there, Shendell.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, there it is.
Barnes looks to go under. Now picks a shorty up. So ball down the back. There with Cook. Cook.
Philippa
Back to
very
Barnes.
engaged in the play.
Newbury up to Jewel. And here comes the matchup that they've talked about. Lua, they think that is a matchup with the shorty. Ball comes up to Jewel. Jewel looks to step inside. The slide was coming there from the number 25 of South Australia, Zach Parrish.
Oh,
gets it inside
good
look.
catch.
Ground ball to be won. Is one. Good. Oh, that's straight in
Penalty
the...
there.
I'm going to say that's straight in the side. I don't agree with that at all. That has got him in the side, but deemed to be a push. And that's going to put South Australia in a man up now. So an opportunity. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but I thought that was actually a reasonable body.
Yeah, I just watched the replay and it looks like a clean hit. Just a lovely hip and shoulder.
But we did see one down the other end here, so you know what? Evens it up. Not that our officials actually even they call what they see. The ball comes up the top. Can South Australia put a dagger here? Williams has the ball. Looks outside. Looks down the bottom.
Oh,
that's home. That's gone home. And he does put a dagger in. And when they get off him. And that is our man, Bailey Attenborough. So 1 minute 28 to go. South Australia take the lead. And Bailey Attenborough gets his second of the night.
Very smart lacrosse.
He likes that. He loves that side, doesn't he, coming around that corner. So, Victoria, have they got what it takes to get the ball in their stick and try and get this even score? Crowd right into it here at Brighton Lacrosse Club. So, ball comes out, but penalty on the play. So, they had a spare wing there. South Australia, they can hold this ball. They do not have to do anything now.
So long as they look like they're attacking the cage so they don't get the stall call.
And while your man down, take the ball down the bottom corner, get it low, get the ball really low and take it down to the bottom corner and just sit there. They have to come to you. Don't need to take a shot because that can bring the possession back, and that's luckily gone possession. So they don't need to score here. They're 1 goal up with 54 seconds to go. Don't need to attack the cage.
Yep, don't overplay it. And I would even be saying,
ball up the top, Ross fires out the back. And now the penalty's been released. So under 40 seconds to go here. South Australia with a 1 goal lead. Victoria going to have to push out on their players. SA are saying ring the shots.
Ooh.
So SA want to keep shooting.
And they are. They're just peppering the keeper right now. They're just not.
And we've got a timeout here called to Victoria. Dead ball down to the back corner, and they have the ability to call that timeout. So Darren Gibson, very, very experienced coach, saw the dead ball and went, I'll have a timeout, thanks. So it's I don't know, maybe in the couple of years that I haven't coached lacrosse, Pete, but you're a goal up, you're under a minute, and you're giving an opportunity for Victoria to get a possession. Yeah,
look, for mine, you got 44 seconds to go on according to the scoreboard across the field there. 26 seconds on our clock. So there's not long left. We do these drills at training all the time. Put your charges in scenarios where you might train, right, we're a goal up, we've got a minute to go, hold the ball, defence, you need the ball, go push out. You do these scenarios at training all the time. For me, I'm holding the ball, I'm getting it low, and I'm holding that ball.
Hearing the same, but what this has done now with that shot is it's allowed Victoria to put a fresh slot on. They get to have a chat about what they want to do, and it gives them an opportunity to try and get the ball back. Now, if they can get the ball back, they've still got to get it down and score, but it gives them that opportunity, and you cannot give up opportunities.
But they can also talk about their matchups, like, I want you to play him, I want you to play him.
So the keepers come out the cage here, so they're going down by 2, or they're going down by a lot. So they've doubled the ball. Keeper's out of the cage, and he's just running rings over there. And they need...
Oh, and the ball's gone down.
So ball on the ground, that's going to be a hold. That'll be a SA ball for a hold.
Just got grabbed by the turf monster there, Tone.
Well, he got grabbed by someone, and I reckon there was 2 Victorian players on the bottom. And an opportunity here for South Australia. They're not now looking to attack the cage. And he just needs to push him towards that white line.
8 seconds on the clock. 7, 6. Any
7
second
seconds.
now? Yep.
Ball's turned over. Opportunity. 2 seconds. 1 second. South Australia win in what is an epic game here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. I can tell you one thing, Pete. Both keepers hold your head up high.
Absolutely.
Yes. They were outstanding, both keepers tonight.
Yeah, amazing to see both teams. One a little bit more jubilant than the other, but both teams gave everything tonight, and that was a really hard, intense, enjoyable game of lacrosse.
Oh, that third quarter for me was the party time. It was physical. There was penalties going everywhere, and just seeing different opportunities present themselves.
Well, I can tell you the opportunity that presents now is that this is the game potentially that we're going to see in the gold medal game. And if it's anything like this on Sunday, you want to be tuned in to the Australian Lacrosse Network. And if you're not and you're in Adelaide, do yourself a favour and get down here and watch this, because there are some outstanding lacrosse players who are out on these fields for this weekend. And that was a really, really good game. And I'm sure that everyone that walks away from this will certainly take something out of it.
Yeah, look, if this is a demonstration of our future, like, you know, lacrosse is going to the Olympics, and if this is the level that they're playing and how intense the competition is between states, it's exciting. Spots for Australian teams are going to get tighter and tighter.
All right, spots for MVP. Well, that's what we get to do. We get to analyse and have a look, and Pete's gone early. You've gone the keeper for Victoria.
I have, but that's the only one I've gone.
Okay.
I'll let everyone else decide their South Australian ones before I have mine, because I got in super early for the Victoria.
I actually want to go for the SA keeper, for Lepa. I thought he was really good. He made some great intercepts in that quarter there, and some course turnovers. Certainly put some pressure on the Victorian attackers. I really enjoyed watching the captain lead the team today for Victoria, Liam Barnes. He did a lot of work, and like I said earlier, those 1%ers that counted, a ball taxi, as Tony likes to call him, cleared the ball quite a lot for Victoria. So, I don't know, they're my guesses, but we all see different things. And it depends on also, like MVPs to me, it's like what job were you assigned by your coach? So.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look down here. I'm going to go outside the box because that's what I like to do. It sort of mirrors me a little bit.
Yes.
I'm going to go number 10, Luke Gibbs, for Victoria. I think he was very good in defence and offence. And when it was tough and tight, he was the one throwing the weight around. So,
yes.
You know what? Sometimes it's that momentum which allows teams to come back into it. And it takes a spark. And I think Gibbs, for me, was that spark for Victoria. Although, if I had a chance, I'd probably take the keeper too, Pete. You have picked that one early. Shendell, yeah, the keeper for SA was outstanding. I look there. That's a real across the board for South Australia. I'm going to go defender.
Go on then.
I'm going to stick my head out here, and I'm going to go Toby Virgo. Did a lot of work up and down the field with the clears. And got a lot of hard ground balls. So both of mine outside the square, but you never know what the coaches are looking at. And I don't think, given the amount of goals that were scored tonight, that we're necessarily going to see an offensive player win that MVP.
Can we all just talk about the crowd that's gathered around right now? I don't know if we can get a bit of a wider shot there.
We look on the screen there, and that's about a quarter of it?
Yeah,
maybe a sixth of it?
Yeah, there is people
everywhere out here tonight.
I'm also going to go a defender for South Australia, Tony.
Sorry,
Zach
mate.
Parrish for me.
Well, he was where I was headed, and then I went, maybe Virgo. So, Pete, we did think similarly. I mean, that's where but I just think a defender for SA tonight, because I don't think that both offences were,
They weren't great.
Well,
they were good.
It was tough
but
and tight.
That's it.
Okay, so Darren Gibson about to announce South Australia's MVP, who is... Tell me it's mine.
14.
Liam Falepa.
Liam Falepa.
You beauty.
Well, again, I don't think you can go past both goalkeepers.
They were very
honest.
good. Yeah.
I mean, if we were all able to tip the same person, we probably would have all had both goalkeepers.
You're not, so that's one on my tally.
No, we're not. You're right, Shendell. You are one up.
As you were.
I'll get back in my box.
And Anson Carter about to announce Victoria, who is 24, Mr. Ryan Prinsolo. Prinsolo, sorry.
Prinsloo.
Oh, okay.
Prinsloo?
Yeah, Prinsloo, that is the goalie. So
Prinsloo.
Pete gets one, Shendell gets one, I get
Nothing.
an honourable mention because I would have taken both of them.
Yeah, and what a night for the keepers. They both were outstanding.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that
well
potentially
deserved.
could have been a 15-13 game. But, to keep it 8-7, they both played out of their skins. And it is a credit to both of them. And it looks like, given the way the things are structured, that these two teams potentially will meet each other on Sunday in the gold medal playoff here.
Yeah, look, and who needs Friday night football when you've got Friday night lacrosse here at Brighton Lacrosse Club under lights? The crowd is huge. Everyone's loving it. The teams are playing hard, physical lacrosse, and we are loving being here as the Australian Lacrosse Network, bringing you this lacrosse live and free across the world.
It is indeed, and it's amazing. And we do hope you enjoy this live and free lacrosse on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We love being able to bring it to you, and it's always good when you get to see the next load of champions coming through and they get to show their wares. A couple of thank yous as we start to wrap this up here from the Brighton Lacrosse Club. Got a big 2 days to go of lacrosse. But up on the camera tonight, we had Ethan up there. Did a fantastic job. Every time we went to look at it, he was right on point. So Ethan did a fantastic job up there. Blake, who was producing tonight, did an excellent job. It's good when Scotty left you, mate, because you got it. Everything just went seamlessly. We won't let Scotty know that because he won't ever watch this, will he?
Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know. We're going to have both of you guys in the box for the rest of the weekend. Can't wait to be able to work with you. Shendell, thank you so much. Appreciate all your knowledge and efforts tonight.
Thank you, Tony. Love it. Love working with you both and Blake.
And throughout the
Ethan.
day. And Mr. Peter Greenhouse, he just loves it.
I love it.
He loves it. He loves it. He loves it. And it's great to have you on board, mate. And you just don't miss a thing.
Except all those penalties that I gave up on.
Yeah, but I give up chasing them too.
That's loser talk,
But yeah, no, it's fantastic. And we look forward to having you two guys and girls for the rest of the weekend. The only thing for me to do now is say thank you very much for joining us on the Australian Lacrosse Network. My name has been Tony Watts, and until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you tomorrow.